Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. It's a nice rainy night tonight, and like always, I have they're not blood, but I consider them my brothers, my best friends. Cale, how you doing?
Holy shit, these intros have been nice. I'm building confidence weekly. I'm good, dude. I'm good. Like you said, it's rain. It's more rain than we've had in California in any amount of time that I can remember. So that's been pretty nice to listen to and enjoy. Not the flooding parts for the other parts of California, but for us, it's been nice. How about you, Corey? How's it going up there?
I'm doing great. Another beautiful night in Portland. It is also rainy up here, but we don't have to worry about the floods, so I'm okay with that.
No snow?
No, I don't think it's cold enough for snow. I think it's like in the mid 40s or something. But
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's a pretty nice night. I walked Frank, my dog, for a little bit. That was nice.
Frank.
Beautiful.
But, yeah. How you doing, Tyler? I know Cale and I are excited to have you hosting today.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Big
my
time.
favorite.
The natural.
I'm doing good. I had dinner not too long ago, and speaking of dinner, this episode is going to be pretty interesting tonight. Not something that we usually talk about, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Are you
With you
guys ready for it?
hosting, I know we're going to get into some avenues that wouldn't be normally explored.
So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. I'm going to ask a would you rather, and then I'll have you guys decide.
Sounds good.
Ready?
Ooh, sounds good.
Alrighty. So for the both of you, would you rather people never have to go to the bathroom anymore or have to never eat again?
Damn.
What kind of fucking question is this?
Out of the box and out of pocket.
I told you I was going to be left field.
Which one of us wrote this?
Shall not say.
Yeah. Leave it a mystery.
Anonymous. Yep.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Never have to go to the bathroom again or never have to eat again.
I don't know, Tyler, why don't you go ahead and answer this one for us?
Yep.
Just
I asked
throw
the
him under the
question
bus immediately.
gets sent back to me.
You have the power. You can dictate, Siler.
Let's see. Bathroom anymore or never have to eat again.
All right, I'll go. I'll take the step. I'll take the first stride.
Okay.
He's in.
Go for it. He's in.
The first push.
At first, I was like, having to never eat again would have. Oh my god, I just got that.
Let's go.
Never having to eat again would be nice, just because like there would be a lot of changes in your life. There would be a lot of infrastructural changes. There would be a lot of money changes. I think our whole life would be different. But at the same time, I really hate going to the bathroom. I think it's a waste of my time and a waste of my day. And a waste of my life. And
what do you mean? It's a time to relax and contemplate and gather your thoughts.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like that's why I sit down every time.
Oh, that's the same with
me. There's another way.
I sit in the urinal too. I don't care.
Yeah.
Wait,
because then you
what?
can sit outwards and like greet everybody.
You're like a bathroom attendant, but just a psychopath.
Oh,
sir,
my
don't do
God.
that. No, it's fine. Trust me. I work here.
Gory.
But yeah, I think I would never want to use the bathroom again. I'd be
total
okay
waste
with
of time.
That. It is.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fair.
It's not something that I particularly enjoy doing.
Well,
I hear that.
It's different for everyone. I think for me, having to never eat again, I would want. No, that's it's a tough choice.
one, huh?
To be
It is
honest,
a tough
yes.
one. You first hear it and it like punches you in the face with how weird it is, and then you're like, "Well, what do I want?"
Yeah, because I mean, your whole life would change. Like if everybody in the world suddenly didn't have to do one or the other,
right?
Everything would be different,
right?
You wouldn't have to prep your meal anymore. You wouldn't have to, do the process of eating, chewing, and then digesting it and swallowing.
Yeah,
right.
That goes out the window, so that saves time too. But not going to the bathroom anymore. I mean, who wants to? Wants to be there in the first place,
right?
But yeah, I would choose to not go to the bathroom anymore, because when I'm at work, because I'm a UPS driver and I'm on the road a lot and I'm doing my route, and sometimes you have to break off and that takes up time out of your day. And just
So I think you more have to pinch it off, right?
Yeah, basically.
Goodness.
But eliminating that, I mean, you could just keep going straight, do your work, and not have to worry about that anymore. So that's my take on that. How about you, Cale? What are you thinking?
Oh, I would go with never eating again for sure.
Oh shit, really?
Oh yeah. It's
Why?
been something that's like plagued my brain for forever. Obviously struggling with weight and stuff like that when I was younger. I'm getting it together now, but like it's something that's like preoccupied my mind way too much.
Mm-hmm.
And to eliminate that would definitely like free up my mind a lot, especially when I was younger. So I don't think I would miss it all that much.
No, you wouldn't miss trying like new foods or Korean barbecue. We know how much you love the KBBQ.
I know, man. Damn.
Yeah, having those experiences for the first time.
Yeah,
that would just
like
be
the
gone.
First time you eat it, just losing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'd keep eating it. Like there's just so many foods, and I really love eating.
Right. Fair enough. I don't know. I just feel like that wouldn't bother me for odd enough to say. I feel like it'd just be enough. And I'd be like, okay, I don't need to worry about that. It'd save a lot of money too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's for sure.
Spend it on other
It'd
things.
Save a lot of money. Yeah. But I wonder how different it would be if a lot of people's gathering time is centered around food or going out or date nights or this or that. It would all have to change if you're not eating.
Yeah. Like a lot of cultures are shared by the dishes that they make.
Right.
A lot of barriers are broken around the dinner table, I think.
I agree. And trying new cuisine and like whenever somebody visits town, like when we go up to Portland, I have this place to take you guys or this or that or vice versa. Or, a lot of things are, commonality for that, but.
Right. Time filler. What would you do on vacation if not go someplace and eat? Like, I don't know about you guys, but that's how I plan my vacation is like
look at all the
what
food spots?
3 restaurants I can hit up in a day, as well as like a food truck.
Makes sense.
This is a shout out to Lester, but I think he'd do the same thing.
Oh yeah, everything's centered around 100%. Food. I think we can go here. I think we can go there. Love you, Lester, the master planner.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
man.
I think if you do vacations, it would like strictly be for like activities I want to do or just sightseeing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it would be more about that than the food, I guess. I mean, if I'm not eating, then yeah.
Very true.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think most people would choose? Like if we were going to divide the planet like 50-50, what side do you think most people would be on?
I think the way that people eat today, I think they'd rather not shit. Because there's some people that take some gnarly ass, what's, and they stink
I love
it up.
That you choose your language after the fact that you've already said people don't shit.
I'm trying to balance it out, Cale. Come on.
Yeah, we don't want to get demonetized in the first 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah. We got to strategize.
Yeah, exactly.
It got to be coy about the subject.
I think you're right, Tyler. I think less people would choose the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I think more people more people would choose to have to go to the bathroom still, even though there are that small sect of people that can't use public bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those people, I think they would choose never having to go to the bathroom again.
Yeah. I believe that most of our society is based on food, whether it be fast food or,
right,
that kind of stuff. So I think, people would take the latter, the bathroom one.
And to add to that, it's not even like the idea of eating. We're talking about like global infrastructure is specifically made around feasting or drinking something. Tea, beer, nachos.
Bars?
Yeah. I mean, something that comes to mind is just the beef industry and how much land goes just towards pigs and cows. And how much like deforestation is happening, how much climate change is happening simply because we have this mass of animals that we've stockpiled for consumption.
Right.
But not and again, for that, like we're talking about roads and the infrastructure that every country is built on was to transport food from one place to the next so people can live.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. I was going to bring up the agricultural stuff because like that percentage of the planet's surface that is just used for livestock is insane.
Yeah.
So that plus, you know, anything of the global emissions is one of the worst things from livestock, the methane and the gas released from livestock. So like just the sheer amount of like land that would be available if you're not growing crops, if you're not growing, having livestock, if you're not having like these huge places to make the food, to transport it, to store it. But like all of that gets freed up, but then all of those people working in that field would cease to be.
Exactly. I was thinking that.
So I mean, that's what millions upon millions of jobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, even if you break it down to just a grocery store like a Ralph's or a Vaughn's chain, however many of those are in the state or whatever, and then all of those people, all the people that deliver there, like everything, there would be no need for that.
Yeah, I think it would be just a severe change in how humans need to exist and what we would deem necessary in order for survival. Because I think in the hierarchy of needs, it's like food, shelter, water, and then maybe something else are your top 3 priorities. And if you're cutting out 1/3 of the priorities that you need, no, it'd be 2/3 because you wouldn't really necessarily need to drink water either. So, I mean, we're talking nobody has to have clean water in order to survive, and nobody has to have food in order to survive. Like, you're saying that it'll eliminate a bunch of jobs and stuff, but I would push back and say that it would create hundreds of millions of jobs because people would have free time. They could think of other things to do and explore. If shelter was really the only thing you ever had to worry about, then what else could we do as a species?
Right. And then there would be nobody dying from starvation or dehydration. Any of those things, all those senseless deaths would not happen.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, but then what are all the Roto-Rooter people are going to be out?
Those poor plumbers.
All the, you know how we had the COVID panic and we had to get all the TP.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There would be no TP shortage anymore, you know?
Poor CEOs of Charmin.
Yeah, they're like, damn it, we didn't see this one coming.
But I asked if we never have to eat again. So are we including drinking as well? I mean, is that included?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it would be a little simpler to say never have to consume again, but it was more fun to write eat.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's kind of observe the other side of the coin. Like if we didn't have to use the bathroom anymore, I think the exact same points we made would also stick, because a lot of our infrastructure and what we do again as a species is built around the elimination of waste. Like sewage systems and how we travel, like, or how we get sewage to travel from one place to another, sanitation issues and things like that would never be a concern again.
Right.
Jeez.
We could the entire way that our cities and towns are laid out could be,
that's even more space. Yeah.
Right.
Wouldn't even need facilities for that either. Wow.
There'd be a lot less, like, if you eliminated eating too, all the recyclable packaging and straws and all that shit, and like everything that would end up in the ocean, like Garbage Island, there would still be trash out there.
Like landfills could be like
right. Landfills wouldn't be
way less.
Wouldn't be as substantial.
Yeah, I mean, you let's try and consider what even goes into landfills. It's all waste and food, but like most of it's packaging for the food that we consume.
Exactly. So much plastic. If you know, I live with Eden and Debbie, and yet the recycling bin is overflowing every weekend. The trash can is like 2 bags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, so that's just from packaging, from like everything. If you like, say you get takeout, but like every little thing has a big takeout container or this or that or blah, blah, blah. And then that stuff's, even though I try to break it down and do that when I recycle, it still is like it's like the most substantial thing to get rid of every week is all the recycling.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
for sure. All this talk has my stomach feeling a little bit weird, so I'm going to throw these ads your way and go empty it out. I'll be right back.
Hey, everybody. We just wanted to do a shout out really quick to somebody who reached out to us. And we checked out their podcast called The Men of Misfortune.
They go through topics like true crime, anime, news stories, and they even do interviews with bands, comics, artists, and even celebrities.
Very cool stuff they're doing over there. As you guys know, I'm a personal fan of the Donner Party lore.
Yeah, I just listened to that episode.
Absolutely. So I was stoked to see that on their thing. For the more grizzled veterans, there's some Unit 731. There's a couple serial killers they've dove into, but they all do it with some levity. These guys are hilarious. They have a bunch of chemistry. I love listening to them. There's four guys, so there's a full squad.
Yep.
So that's been taking up my time on my morning commutes, and we just wanted to take the time to shout out. Once again, Men of Misfortune. I know they're on Instagram. That's how we communicated in the first part. But I listen to them on Spotify, but I'm sure they're available everywhere.
Yeah, in fact, they even have a new episode on Om Shinrikyo that I'm excited to check out.
Damn, if you like Colts, that's the one for you.
Which I do.
Oh no.
So go ahead and check them out wherever you can find any sort of podcast at Men of Misfortune.
Hell yes.
Oh, man. I feel way better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You look
now
lighter.
we're back. Well, thank you.
Yeah, a couple pounds at least. I have a question for you though, Tyler. While you were there,
Sure.
Are you a stand-in wiper or do you sit and wipe?
I'm going to have to admit I'm a stander.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I get up and, yeah.
This partnership's over.
Cale's a sitter shitter.
What do you mean?
I'm
Are
a
you
sitter
both?
shitter.
Are you both sitters? Shitters?
I think Corey's a stander.
I'm a stander.
Yep.
Kale's the only
I did
sitter.
not know that was a thing until you guys talked about this.
Right.
And this was not for this episode. This was like a random conversation we had months ago.
Well, what a perfect moment to add this in. I can't. I have
The
to.
less contact you have with the porcelain, the better.
Well, no, I mean, you're sitting down the whole time.
Your hands
It's
like
just
in the
when you're-
way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
How are you supposed to lean and get up in there? I don't know. Listen, I had surgery
By
on my
leaning.
elbow one time, so I only had one arm and I couldn't figure it out.
I lean like a cholo.
Elbows out or what?
Elbows up and wipe side to side, bro.
Well, let's hope you get everything.
He unbuttons every button but the top one before he goes to the bathroom.
There you
Perfect.
go. It's the secrets revealed.
Just a flannel just caping off to the sides. No,
Since
I'm
we're-
definitely a sit and wipe. What the hell? This is outrageous. This is egregious.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
you know what? We would love to know our audience at home. Please email us at talltaleroundtable.
Oh,
Damn
the
it,
first-
that's the
the
wrong
first
one.
email we're gonna
Please
get
email
is-
us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com. We want to know. Answer
If
this
that's
question.
the first feedback we get, I swear to God.
Oh, gold.
If it's the
We need it.
bathroom,
We need it. Talking about toilets and whatnot and wiping. I want
Best
to know
episode ever.
what your ideal kind of toilet is, traditional or bidet. And if you don't know what a bidet is at home, look it up. Just kidding. I'll tell you. Okay, I lost it.
He's gone.
Let me see if I can get this right. I've never used one myself. I don't know if either of you have. Kale, have you
No,
used
not
one?
yet. It's
Not yet, okay.
it's been a dream of mine for sure.
Cord, would you like to
either.
explain this?
No.
You might say a better explanation than me.
Oh man, I could, but I'm not the host this week.
That's true.
I
Okay.
need it from you, Tyler. After
I'll
that
take it.
intro, I need it. Just kidding.
Gotcha.
So basically, you have your toilet. You do your business, and when you're finished, I've never used one, but I think it's a little water spout or pressure tube that shoots up and cleans
Yes.
your
Yeah.
bottom area without using the need of toilet paper.
It's like a pressure washer for your butthole.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
So, between
And
those
I've
two
heard that-
choices, huh?
No, I was
You've
just
heard
going to
that
say,
what?
I've heard that people that have used bidets will like never not have it.
Right.
Yeah, like
Again.
once you go, you never go back
Yeah.
after that. So
Right.
Well, you
I'm
never have
kinda
to use
intrigued.
toilet paper again,
yeah, it's
And that can get pretty expensive too.
bro. Especially you live with like 2 or 3 people, it stacks up, man. Especially if you have like kids or whatever, they don't know what they're doing. They just throw that toilet
Right.
paper in the trash.
Like money doesn't grow on trees, even though this is made from trees.
That's why you go to Costco
Right.
when you buy like the 50 pack.
That's what I have in.
But
out
that's
in
when
the
you
tough
get
shed
like
right now.
one ply, and then it just ruins everybody's day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, between those two choices, what do you guys think?
Bidet all the way.
Yeah.
Bidet?
None of us have experienced it, but I think like that would be the way.
All the
I just-
benefits?
it save money
Yeah,
on top of everything.
yeah.
Like, I wonder if you could like change like the pressure of like the water coming out for different. I
You
don't
want
know,
to
like,
turn it up or what?
not too much. I mean,
Make it like a real pressure washer.
I don't want to surprise
just-
you. Know?
Oh no.
I
Maximum
think-
level.
I don't know if it's all bidets because some like you can install into regular traditional toilets, and some are just bidets are by themselves, like as a separate unit.
Right.
But I know on some of them they have like smart technology or whatever, so you can adjust
Sensor?
the pressure as well as the temperature and like where it aims.
Yeah, and like if you download the app, it's like a joystick, and you can like aim while you're watching on the.
You could play it like a game.
What?
Yeah, Lester would be the best Galaga god.
Wow.
Just imagine you have like the app and it's just like your ass on the camera and you're just God, dude.
They make
What
like
does
an
this world
AR
come to,
game out of
man?
it.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
God.
You have to wear like Google Glass to look at your phone.
Oh, I just thought of something highly inappropriate. I need to say it.
Let's go.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a green screen of your booty hole, but it's gonna be like a 3D avatar of that kid with the shoot the clown game at the carnival. Right.
Spray it until the balloon pops.
Oh my God.
We told you guys this was gonna be out of pocket. We told you. So hey man,
Off the walls.
everybody does it, even women.
Yeah.
Don't let them lie to you.
No, you can't
Oh
prove
yeah. Oh
that.
yeah.
No.
Oh, I can.
No.
Not legally,
No!
but yes. Refuse to believe it.
If
I
I
will
wanted to
not.
buy a bidet, you think I could buy one at Home Depot, or is it like a special order from like out of the country?
No, I think you can get it anywhere.
It's an attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sits
Oh.
up. You take off your old toilet seat and then you install it. It's supposedly
Ooh.
super simple.
Wait, doesn't your mom have one, Cale?
Yeah, in her apartment. Yeah.
You better use it tonight.
Just break into her place. Mom!
You've never like were curious, like, Mom, I'm gonna use this.
No. I'm fearful of the technology.
Ah.
Give me my rock and my TP. No, I would check it out for sure. Not my mom's, but a bidet.
Okay.
That's fine.
Fair enough.
So, you guys think our physiology would change if we no longer had to use the restroom, like not having organs that got rid of waste, like kidneys and the liver, how our bodies would
Right.
change in that way?
Yeah. Do you think it would evolve to like not have those organs anymore?
Yeah.
See, this would be like the perfect storm if we had these two scenarios, because if you're never going to the bathroom again, those organs go away and your stomach triples in size to fill the space.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
wouldn't even need this. You wouldn't even need like intestines, right?
I would, well,
Yeah,
if
I
you're not
guess
going to
not.
the bathroom. Yeah,
Your
you're
body
not
would, like-
processing any of the food. Yeah.
Physically
Yeah.
be like different. You'd just be like oh God, I can't even imagine it. Just like
It's
limbs.
like that scene in Casper where they're feasting, but it just goes right through you.
Right.
Splatters on the floor.
just imagine your head and your arms are connected with your legs. You wouldn't need,
You're just missing your torso.
Your torso's just gone.
I mean, you don't need it. Oh yeah,
Everybody
heart,
looks
actually,
like Patrick Star or what?
Damn.
Yeah.
Tyler's perfect world. The ideal man.
No, but I think that the body would, look totally different without all those organs and whatnot.
Yeah, I agree. I think the human body would change over time. I don't know if we'd ever see it like by the time we die, but I think over like the next couple 100 years, if everybody's body just decided to never produce waste again, I definitely think we'd change in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We would have to. I mean, your body's not going to expend energy on stuff it doesn't need.
Right.
So it'd be like senseless to carry around, have your organs still, if like we don't need them. I feel like the body would eliminate it naturally.
I was just thinking about this. I said the word kidneys and liver, and it got me thinking of like drinking and driving. There'd be a lot less accidents and deaths on the road.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't eating anymore, you wouldn't be consuming alcohol.
Well, there's a question too. Like, do you even think your body would process it anymore? Because if you had no organs or no way to get rid of the waste, then what would be the point of your body converting the alcohol into ethanol and then waste?
I guess you wouldn't. You just have like a slosh stomach.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't, like, if you couldn't go to the bathroom, I don't think you could eat.
I don't think there'd be, a
point. So how would your body would like have to convert it like instantly to something?
I guess, or it just disappears. You can eat and then it just like disappears.
It's like cotton candy in
acid
water.
Will just dissolve it in your stomach.
Yeah.
It could be. Yeah, if you have strong enough acid, I guess it just would.
Well, I think there's
burn everything down.
Oh, that's a good point too. If your body just broke everything down and there was a zero waste, like no matter what you consume, it used every single thing and it all broke down in your stomach acid. What's the animal that has stomach acid that basically does that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Komodo dragon.
Possibly. No. I don't know. I know there's some like animal out there whose stomach acid
everything.
is like so strong it'll melt through stuff.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Oh God.
That's
Don't tell that to the
email
government.
us.
I'll use it.
Email us at the Tall Tale Gmail.
Yeah, for
if you
sure.
want to know animal trivia. Dana. These are complicated questions. We got deep with the outrageous claims from Tyler.
It's a good thing we all got a D+ in high school biology. That's passing.
Oh yeah. Hey, we got through it, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're here now.
D equals diploma. Don't forget that.
Right.
So if like we were, obviously this wouldn't change anything to where like we would probably still have jobs. But like, do you think like, would you even get a break anymore? If you didn't have to go to the bathroom or eat?
I think so. I mean, it's required, right? For jobs just from like physical.
Damn, you're thinking about OSHA in this situation?
Yeah, basically.
That's where you went?
I mean, I guess it depends.
Hey, man.
It depends
he
where
takes
you work.
OSHA classes, you know?
If you're like sitting like in a cubicle, I understand. But like, what if you're doing it? Kale's just laughing over there in the corner.
Bro, you hate cubicles.
You are a like anti-cubicle guy.
Anti close quarters work.
You've had enough of the cubicles. Abolish all cubicles.
No,
2024.
I mean, people that work in cubicles, they deserve breaks too, because sitting on your ass all day.
Whoa, that's pretty far.
What's far?
It's saying that those people deserve breaks. I don't know if they do.
I don't know. They're cubicle
Oh, now you
people.
guys change it. Okay.
Turn the tables on
I
them.
can't win with you guys. But
no, I think you would still get it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I like my breaks just so I could like go outside. There's like no windows where I work, so I have to like escape.
Like I need
I have to be outside for some fresh air, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wonder why the like 15-minute mandatory breaks were invented. Like, was it specifically so you can use the bathroom? Like, do you think there was a case about it? It's like every 2 hours you have to have 15 minutes to use the restroom or sit down or whatever.
Someone must have like pissed herself and then got embarrassed and filed a claim, and here we are now.
I mean, in fact, I know somebody who is in a similar situation. There's
really?
There was a friend of a friend who was working at a gas station here in Oregon. And if you don't know, Oregon is a state where you cannot pump your own gas. An attendant has to come out and do it for you.
It's illegal?
By law, yes.
What?
Imagine going to prison for that.
Well, you'll get
Pump
like
my
a
own
fine
gas.
or something. You just keep doing it and rack
You're
up
a
all
serial
the fines.
pumper.
Why is that? What's the reason? What's the reasoning behind that? Do you know?
I have no idea. Oregon has some weird laws that I just don't understand.
Extra jobs.
For sure.
I guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, that's what I heard too. Is like, yeah, it creates jobs, which I guess it does. But I don't know. I've never been an attendant. I don't know that life. But the story is that a friend of a friend was the only person working at a gas station, and he had gone for more hours than he was supposed to without having a break, because again, he was the only person. And
Right.
At some point he had to take a shit really bad, and while he was giving a credit card back to a customer through the driver's window, he looked the customer straight in the eye and with a horrified look on his face goes, "Oh shit, I'm shitting." And he defecated himself right there, like pumping gas into the car.
he kept pumping the gas.
He just took it like a champ.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to finish your job, and then you had to go in and like change. And
I think if I go to the
Props
bathroom in my pants, I'm dropping whatever I'm doing.
Props to that guy.
I'm
for,
not a true professional.
Sticking
I
it
guess.
through.
yeah,
Yep.
Wow.
Damn.
I don't think that's a good
wild.
tale, by the way. I just know it happened and it's on topic. So like
Yeah.
to go back to our break thing, I wonder if like that was like one of the scenarios that caused, well, you have to have this break time.
Right. As long as we keep getting our breaks. I actually did see something. I know that they were saying that they were changing the degree, the tilt of the toilet seats are. It's like a very minuscule like change,
Yeah.
but the degree, it makes it more uncomfortable on your knees, so you won't spend as much time in the bathroom like on your phone.
What?
It's like a way of them like subtly like screwing you over.
A sadist invented
where
that.
like, yeah, where the degree goes slightly enough to where it makes it very uncomfortable on your knees and your hips or something like that. So like after like a couple minutes, it starts to hurt.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there,
Is this like an
I don't
effect
know
already?
if that's, I don't know if it's legit or not, or if it's a thing, but they said like that was the like when they were doing trials, they found like it was like a discomfort, like
Whoever
inducing
created
thing.
that got endless swirlies as a kid, and they're taking it out on the wrong thing.
Sounds good. That sounds about right. That tracks.
Jeez.
Again, to digress a moment, did you guys see the prototype for economy class and planes where they're trying to do standing seating?
What?
So
Is
yeah,
that a
you know,
thing?
like if you guys have ever been to an amusement park that has those standing seats.
Oh, the Riddler.
The Riddler.
Exactly. So Riddler, Batman. Well, yeah.
One of those, yeah.
But like basically you go in and you're standing the entire flight, but you have
They
the
lock you
seat
in like
that
that?
like leans at a 45-degree angle downwards so you can kind of rest, but you're like sit standing for however
That
long your
sounds
flight is.
Awful.
And
is
man.
then the space between your seat and the one in front of you is also lessened because you don't need the leg room because your knees are stuck downwards. That's how I imagine this toilet is.
I just can't imagine that. Hell no. We
It just
riot
seems so
if that
awkward.
happens.
The whole flight. No,
I-
no thanks.
It doesn't surprise me. That is something very, very believable. I hope
Right.
that's not coming to fruition, but that is
This
very
is
believable.
you said a prototype,
Unfortunately.
right, Corey? It's not.
Yeah, there's pictures. I'll put it in the Discord. They're floating
Yeah, I
around.
would
They've been
like to see
floating
that.
around on the internet for a little while now. I'll go find
Yeah,
it.
I need to see this terrible, like puppeteer.
Contraption. Talking about standing, I can't stand talking about these subjects anymore, so I'm going to throw these ads your way. See you soon.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Andre, creator and host of the Weekly Tall Talk. I would like to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you like what you've been hearing, we would love to know what you think. After the episode, don't forget to leave a comment or reach out to us on our socials, where you can find us at the Weekly Tall Talk. We're excited to say that we're working on a couple other awesome projects for this year. If you would like to know more about that or find out what else we're working on, we have a Patreon and Discord that you can subscribe to, where we can be found at Tall Tale Network. And if you have any other questions or ideas for what you'd like us to discuss on the show, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com.
Whew. All right. Took a breather. I'm back. Ready to get into more topics. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Can't
man. I got
wait.
the air freshener out. Like, I washed my hands. I'm ready to go.
He's
Super
ready,
clean.
sterilized.
Ocha, you guys listening? Good. All right. So, what impacts on the world will not eating have? Some of the positives and negatives. What do you guys think?
What impacts?
I think I'll start.
Yeah.
Since you guys are silent.
Taking too long.
It took too long. We took 0.1 second to answer. He's like, okay,
That's
moving on.
That's too slow for me.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. Go ahead, Tyler. I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Impacts in the world of not eating. There'd be obviously less obesity. One would probably be the same weight, to be honest, around the same weight, because everybody's body is different. But you would have less eating probably non-existent, no eating disorders at all.
Yeah, no eating disorders.
A lot of people would be
ailments,
healthier.
yeah.
A lot of people would be on the same level in a way. That would be a positive. What about you guys? What are some positives?
Well, I got a question for you. What do you think?
Sure.
Well, like with the same weight thing, like, do you think that we would like continue to grow taller to a certain size, but we would all be relatively the same weight? Like, how would that go in your head?
Yeah, that's.
Because genetics would still play a part, right?
Right.
I just think, because if we
would
my
have
head-
like the same ratio of like body fat, because we would need body fat, but it would be like even keel, because you would never like gain weight because you're not eating.
Well, how would you ever gain body fat? If you're not consuming anything, there would be no fat on your body, right?
it would just be
Right.
muscle, right?
And
Basically,
if we
Any-
never ate, then how would we?
yeah. How
like,
would you get the
nurse
protein to
as
get
babies?
muscle? Or
Well, I guess that kind of
Unless-
leads into the next question is like, if you never had to eat, how would you get energy? Tyler and I were talking about this a little bit before the show, and he brought up like photosynthesis.
I was thinking that myself. Yeah, you would have to have some kind of energy from the outward.
some type of
right.
way to absorb, nutrients through like your skin somehow, some other way.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
if we
you
can
would
do
have
it through
to.
the sun, there's got to be like another way.
Yeah, your skin's
Everything.
the biggest organ. It would make sense for it to be able to absorb energy.
Wait, since when?
Absorb energy?
No, when has the skin been the biggest organ?
The dermis.
That's a thing.
No.
Yeah.
No. Everything
Yeah,
I learned is wrong.
They lied to you, the skin people.
Son of a gun.
Just go off the rails this far into the episode.
This is the thing
You're
that
done.
turned me.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing that breaks you. No, but I was thinking that earlier myself. It's funny we all got to the same conclusion about like photosynthesis, because other than that, I don't know how you would absorb energy. I'm trying to think of another way.
Oh God, you know what I just realized is like, would we even have a mouth at that point? Like,
Oh,
if
no.
we're
To
talking like
communicate.
evolution changing, like if we didn't need to consume liquid or food, then what would be the point of having a mouth? What would be the point of having teeth?
To speak.
Yeah, but we could.
Yeah, and to hold your tongue in. while you
But
speak.
again, wouldn't those
Ah.
be superfluous if there was no need for them? Wouldn't they naturally evolve out of your body?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It'd be weird,
No.
but yeah.
I don't like that.
Because
not
I think
one bit.
I think when embryos start forming, you start as like an anus, and then
Do you really? Is that the first part that forms?
I think so. If I'm remembering this correctly, you basically start at both ends, your mouth and your anus, and then you grow outwards because it's all one track throughout your body. But all of that track is specifically for eating and drinking and digesting energy material and converting it into waste. So if there is no need to feed, then why would that system be in place or need to stay in place?
Right.
Wow.
Like you said, this would take a long time. I don't think we would see this in our lifetime, but it would definitely either adapt or die. I mean, if we're not absorbing food or water, which runs our body would have to run on something else, which would have to be sunlight.
Yeah, I guess that'd be the only source of energy that I'm currently aware of.
Oxygen in your blood.
You gotta think like with pregnant women too, like the baby inside the body, if we weren't able to feed or need to eat, like how would the baby form inside of, how would it get the nutrients inside of in the womb?
Well, I guess you could still do the umbilical cord to pass nutrients from one person to the
light source
child. Yeah.
Right.
But if there's no need for that, I don't know.
Well, I guess so. In the scenario we're setting up, we have the idea that you still need to consume energy somehow in order to survive. So there would still be some type of connection between the parent and the child they're carrying.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And if we absorb energy through the sun, everybody's going to have a sweet ass tan.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Ooh.
Damn.
Everybody's going to be tan bronze gods running around.
Bronze god.
And I think, bringing it up earlier, we said like we probably have like this similar build just because if we absorb energy the same way, everyone, it would be kind of like a uniform look to our body. But like, do you still think like genetics would play the part of like your height and like your broadness of your shoulders, or if you're more slender, or do you think that would be a thing if like?
Yeah, I think so. I think that those traits would definitely pass on.
Right.
But again, I think most people would more or less be the same build outside of height.
Right.
Yeah.
You would have to be, I would imagine, unless you like sit in the sun way too long and you absorb more than you should, and that's how you like gain weight or get bigger. Or
I love that idea of gaining too much weight because you stayed outside too long.
Right.
Oh man.
And it's like, what if we grew like similar to trees or plants? Like the more sun we got, the taller we got, and then you're just trying to block out other people and you're competing for sunlight.
Right. Oh, you know what too,
bro? No, I am.
Outside of
cool.
well, I guess this kind of plays a part in photosynthesis, but converting carbon dioxide into oxygen, right? That's how trees survive, if I'm not too far off. So like maybe that could be another source of energy, but I don't know if the sun's required for that. I don't recall.
I don't know enough to comment.
Maybe
this time.
So
if you know at home, hit us up on Instagram or whatever. Just hit us up. Doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Nothing matters anymore.
None of this matters.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I was just thinking about this, if there was a way to eat but reduce like the quantity of it, maybe like I don't know if you guys seen Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. He had
I've only seen Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Is that matter?
I'm thinking of the Johnny Depp one. Sorry.
Of course you are.
We're talking about the original Charlie.
Gene Wilder, the goat.
Oh yeah. But he basically had these kids that won a golden ticket contest to explore his facility, his chocolate factory.
Is that what happens?
Okay. Yes, Cale.
Perfect. I'm trying to catch up.
But each of the characters, the kids they have something about them that's not a good quality, except for
that
Charlie.
Pisses you off?
Yeah. One of them her name is Violet. And so Willy Wonka, he gives her basically a 3-course meal, but it's like in its prototype stage. and it goes totally wrong and she blows up like a blueberry and it's just total madness. But what if what if we could make something like that, like a capsule that had like a complete dinner in it and it would make you full without having to consume like large quantities of food? What do you guys think about that?
I would be damn, I
Curious?
don't know. Like I said, I love eating. Like I love tasting new things and again, like we talked about, like food is so communal. Like you can learn a lot about other people just by having food in between you. So like having a capsule you swallow with water and then you're good for the day would kind of change how we interact, right?
Ruin everything,
right.
yeah. Would be less gatherings, no Thanksgiving, no friends, nothing.
Right.
All those
and like
things.
sensory wise, I mean, you like a lot of the stuff is like if you go to a restaurant and you smell what's cooking, or you smell something that you're cooking at home.
Sorry. I had to.
What the rock is cooking. But yeah, I think like sensory wise, your like mouth starts to water by smelling something. If there's just a plastic pill, you never get any of that sense. You only get a taste. Well, you wouldn't even get a taste.
No, it wouldn't taste like anything.
No, you would never have like any of that just like sense that you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't smell it or taste it.
But you'd be full.
So, I mean, you'd be alive. Yeah. You
potentially have all of your nutrients, vitamins, and sustenance for the day in like capsule form.
Right.
I mean, it does sound appealing. I think
in terms of convenience, yeah, it's like right up there. You take that in the morning and your whole day's worth of like calories or protein or
for the
vitamins,
for the people
like Corey said, it's all done.
Yeah, for the people that like, you know, that meal prep or, you know, do like make sure everything like the macros and all that you wouldn't need to do that anymore because you're pretty much set for the day. So
wow, no more HelloFresh, no more Blue Apron,
HelloFresh, every table,
business.
None of it.
But I don't know. It's just.
Do you think people would overconsume if that were an option? If you could get your daily calories in a capsule in one capsule, do you think there'd be people who'd eat like 4 or 5?
But like what?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the feeling of being full, maybe people like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I like do. Overly full, like.
Or if you're like, let's say we're now instead of our future skinny, no eating selves. If you want to like bulk up or you're looking to gain weight, or if you're a bodybuilder or something, you would double your meals just to have that way. Like the bulk up. I guess
Michael Phelps will have to take more pills than burgers.
Ooh, it's like give me that Whopper pill.
Oh man. Never mind.
What, Tyler? No, go into it.
No, we gotta get it.
I don't have anything. To be honest,
we'll make something up.
God damn it! Drag the show out.
Do you think? Okay, so you kind of brought this up.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
I was in the middle of one. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll go. I got nothing.
Go ahead, Corey. Please.
Go ahead.
Do you think that they would make different flavored capsule?
I would think so, to not make it boring. It would have to, because people would rage after a while. Be like, what the hell?
Would food allergies still be a thing?
No, because you could customize them.
Right, but what if you don't know you're allergic to something and it's in that capsule and you have it and it's already blowing up your stomach?
I think the capsule would just be the nutrients and protein broken down.
Cellulose.
And then like flavor would be added afterwards to make it taste like
artificial
flavor
stuff.
packets, monosodium glutamate.
Right.
Those hot pockets.
That's what you put to when. So you take the capsule, and then inside is the seasoning. So when you drink water, the water tastes like yummy.
You can
yummy
just
food.
sprinkle it into your drink like a sports drink. Shake it up.
Yeah,
like a
Mio.
You got your pre-workout right there.
Right, exactly.
Pumped.
Your pre-workout for the whole day in like one pill.
What was your question, Tyler? It's your turn.
Thank you. Finally, Corey. Jesus Christ.
I'm generous. I'll allow you to go, Mr. Host.
Oh,
thank you.
Can I go?
You know, it feels good sometimes to be the host because you have all the power.
The power. Like, I can't believe you guys make me do this. I'll go now.
But I was saying, do you guys like the process of cooking? Do you like prepping and actually cooking food?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know Corey
Putting the
does.
ingredients all together, and I know Cale likes to. He's always the chef master on the grill when we have our gatherings. Or we see
yeah.
him by
Mr.
the pool.
Hibachi.
Always like on the
Yeah.
grill.
So do you guys like the process of doing all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I do. Cooking's one of my favorite things to do. I hate cleaning and I hate
Yes.
buying the ingredients. But if I have everything there,
Oh, man,
I love
you're
making stuff
set.
from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the like you said, that was a perfect example of everybody comes over to the house or we're celebrating someone's birthday or something like that, and usually on the grill we make burgers or whatever
Oh yeah.
it is at the time. I get satisfaction out of that, like making food for everybody
Serving others,
in that
yeah.
way.
I get
It's kind
that.
of rare, but like I do like that aspect of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
What about you, Tyler? I mean, it's kind of different with your diet restrictions. It's a little bit different to prep stuff. Do you mostly buy stuff that's already like pre-made?
No, not really. We still like have to prep veggies and like all the tofu and everything.
Right.
The kids, they still have meat like ham and stuff. We just gotta be careful of like the egg, sesame, and dairy
Because they have food
that kind of part.
allergies, right?
Yeah. So
Right. I forgot about
we're always checking labels. So imagine not having to check labels for anything.
that. Yeah, it
you
would be
just-
nice, right? You wouldn't have to worry about anything, or calories wouldn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
All that stress. Yeah.
All that crap they put in everything.
Definitely.
High fructose
Chemicals.
corn syrup is just gone from our diet.
Right. Everyone would probably feel really, really good. You can't have the wrong thing if you're not having anything,
Very true.
body wise.
Yeah.
Very true, Cale.
But then we still have the question of, would we have enough capsules for everybody on Earth? And follow up, would they receive those capsules? Because I mean, there's still people starving, and we have all of the food, in the world at grocery
already.
stores.
Right. There's an immense amount of waste that could go to something, but I mean, I would like to hope that everyone would get in, like world hunger would be a past tense thing and would
That's
do
true,
right.
yeah.
But I think there's always people that are looking to manipulate or get one over on someone in terms of anything that could be for money. So possibility of that. Yeah. But I would hope that the greater good would come through.
Yeah, Corey and I were talking about this earlier. We were talking about grocery stores and how that whole aspect could change. They would basically become, what'd you say, Corey? Like pretty much.
They'd be like Walmart super centers. They just wouldn't have
Yeah,
any groceries.
without
So
the
it would
food,
just
yeah.
be like clothing,
pharmacy.
sporting goods. It would be superfluous items.
Right.
Yeah. So
Appliances wouldn't really be a thing other than like your laundry.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
No microwaves, no ovens, no fridges,
no
no
blenders,
freezers.
no utensils.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
No, I mean, you wouldn't have an oven, or in
Right.
fact, there would be no need for a kitchen at all.
Yeah. And speaking on that, like, we were talking about either way, no kitchens or no bathrooms. Would that make your house bigger, or would you be more comfortable having a smaller house that has like no wasted space? Like, how do you think it would go? Would it be like more gathering areas, or would it be a smaller house? If you on the mass, because you don't have those rooms, do you just take that out of your floor plan? Like,
I think
like
if we're
smaller
living
homes?
in the same society, like if like just alternate reality, and the only thing different was we didn't have to eat, I think that people would be downgraded in the amount of space that they have available.
I think so too. I would like every room would have like function, and you would just like remove a room that you don't need.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like everybody's footprint would be a little bit smaller, I would think.
Yeah.
Because what would you fill that space with? Another living area?
Well, and if
Bedroom?
you're living in an apartment, what would they give you for that space
Yeah.
A second bathroom.
that you wouldn't have to use because you don't eat?
It's just there. Just
Just
'cause.
there. A relic.
All right, let me ask you guys one more question. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Denny's moons over my hammy. Cale?
Oh my God, instantly.
Korean barbecue. I haven't had it in. I can't remember the last time I've had it, but that would be the one.
2.5 months ago. No, less than that. I know we had it at least in October.
Did we?
Yeah, we had it before
together?
I left. No,
I have no
September.
memory of that.
That was 4 months ago. Sorry.
Yeah, right. What about you, Tyler?
Dirt and a wellness shot and alfalfa.
I prefer Soylent.
Actually, a wheatgrass shooter.
I didn't know this was the roasting hour.
I don't know, man.
Honestly make one big platter of every culture of food and have that as my last meal, like Chinese food, Mexican food, Italian.
Ooh. Take like a
and like
a tour of
sections.
Italy at
Yeah, exactly.
macaroni grill, but for everything.
So just try everything.
Damn.
Yeah,
That sounds really good, actually. Indian, Korean,
Big
Mexican,
ass
Italian.
But that's not a meal, though.
That's
Oh, that's a
Tyler's
meal.
smorgasbord.
that's my meal.
Oh, okay.
Damn, the host with the most.
All right, guys, it's my meal and my choice to go to these ads. We'll be back. I'd like to give a shout out tonight to a company that I've recently gotten into called Las Gomitas Picositas, owned by my friend and his girl, Sal. Basically own a candy company, anything you could think of from pineapple. They have Skittles, watermelon, peach rings,
Damn.
and they basically put chamoy on it. I think I said that right. Chamoy and tajin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the
Dude.
Mexican candies that you love. Yeah, those are the best.
Well, you sent us those pictures today, and they got my mouth watering, man. I need an order.
Right? I have the pineapple in my backpack, and I've just been picking at it like during my break and lunch.
I'm excited because you guys are going to send me some in the mail. I can't wait to
Hell
try
Right?
yeah.
it.
Then we could show it off to all you guys when they
Perfect.
come. So yeah, he's been doing that, and he's been getting like a lot of orders, and it's really picking up for him. He's getting merch, so I'm really happy for him. So I'd like to share that with you, Sal. So keep going at it, and good luck with everything. And if you want to know more about Las Gomitas Picositas, you can find them on their Instagram at Las Gomitas Picositas. I can spell that out for you. That's LAS space GOMITAS space PICOSITAS. They're in their early stages, but they're going to start looking into shipping soon. So any of you fans out there that want to get into the spiciness can get into that soon. So yeah, go check them out. Thank you. All right. Pretty stuff from that one. What do you guys think you would do with all this extra time from not eating or not going to the restroom?
One or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, one or the other.
I would get good at art. I know that's what I was supposed to do for the 6+ years I went to art college, but I wasn't actually trying then. So I'd probably do it like in the 15 minutes a day where I go to the bathroom.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Makes
That's
sense.
where I'd really pull through and make daddy proud.
Yeah. Well, we're proud of you.
nice.
That's not what I care about.
Oh,
I've had a couple of gaspers this episode. Good work, guys. Some of these comments have been really
just got deep right
fucking
here.
outrageous. I mean, I think a lot more people would be like outside or doing activities or taking up sports or something like that, because I mean, if you don't have any, say we don't have any food, right? Then nobody has any ailments from like diabetes or being, like you said earlier, Siler, like obesity probably wouldn't be a thing. I don't see how it could be. I mean, I think people would be much more active on a daily schedule if we're not having to consume stuff and have like everything be like mass produced that's shitty for us. Like I love Taco Bell, man, but there's not one thing there. Like the plastic is more nutritious.
Yeah, there's nothing I would die for at Taco Bell.
Right. So I mean it's good and like all these things are good, but I mean like it's bad for you. Like a lot of the like candies, all that other stuff. We hear all the time, oh, that's bad for you. You don't have too much of that. You can't have excess. Well, if you don't have any of it, you're not promoting any like health related like sicknesses.
Yeah, but here's what's great. If you never check for those things, then you don't get them.
That's true. Yeah, if you never like come to terms with it, then it's just in your imagination.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, like this, like all the junk food that we consume, it obviously has an effect on our body and makes us tired and our energy levels. So if we didn't have to deal with that part, I would agree with you that people would have a lot more energy and be more active in the world. On that,
and there'd be more stuff to do. I mean, if you're not going to restaurants or not doing anything, I would be very curious, like how people spend their time then.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I kind of want to ask just another question on that is, so we clearly have bad eating and drinking habits, whether it's, you know, food, alcohol, whatever. If we didn't have to eat, do you think that people would develop like bad habits that are similar to overeating or eating too much sweets or drinking too much, like to the point of consumption?
Yeah, because what do people do when they're sad? They eat, right? So if we didn't have to do that, they'd probably find another outlet.
Yeah, Cale, what do you do when you're sad? Do you just eat?
I'm more of a boredom eater.
Boredom?
Yeah, I know people like if I have like nothing to do if I'm at the house, I'll just like grace in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Same.
I've never been like an emotional eater, but I know that's like a huge thing for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, what do you do? What's another vice?
Right.
You know, and like, what could that be if it's not booze or anything else or eating? Like,
do you
nothing
think
you
drug
consume.
use would rise?
Oh,
would you be able, would drugs still be a thing if you couldn't process it? Like we were talking about earlier with alcohol.
Because you can still smoke a lot of drugs.
That's true. Maybe. I mean, if you need a vice or you like, what is it like people who have an addiction? If you stop something, you just hyperfixate on something else.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's the potential for it to be bad for sure.
Yeah. I know quite a few former alcoholics who just can't stop eating sugar and sweets anymore.
Yep.
That was just what they switched over to.
Right. Exactly. I mean, that, and then I think I'd have less screen time on my phone if I didn't have to go to the bathroom. Because even if it's a quick trip, I'm still in there for like 10, 20 minutes, like looking on my phone. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Not being assaulted by TikTok and Instagram as much.
Exactly. There was like a string of times where Tyler would FaceTime me.
Oh
and
my God.
Like every time I was in the bathroom and I would answer.
I should have screenshotted that and like made like an album of that. Cale in
Oh man, it was like an anthem.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like 18, 19, every time I used the bathroom while I was at work, that's when I texted Cale for the day.
Nice.
Just thinking of me.
That's the only time you get. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's me time. That's me time on that toilet.
That is you time.
Me
time. That's solo time. That's solo time on the porcelain throne. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Tyler? What would you fill your time with?
Probably do more music and probably art like Corey.
Ooh,
hobbies that I'd like to. Yeah.
There would be more time for hobbies because like every night, let's say you have dinner or you make dinner, right? And you eat at home. Whatever the time span is of that.
Yeah, that takes
you could be focusing into something that you want to be doing if it's not food.
And if you're one to cook at home, you do all the prep and buying yourself, like I was talking about, that's like a 2-hour process depending on the meal, sometimes more.
Right.
Ain't got time for that.
Yeah, now you got time to work 14-hour shifts at UPS and you come home and you don't have to eat. You can just go straight to bed.
Straight to the podcast.
What a life. Well, I mean,
what a life. No. Work all day.
No, not like that.
No, like it's a life for someone.
Well, guys, this is kind of off topic from what we've been talking about, but do you think with not eating and especially like beef, poultry, pork, like all those animals, like how would you, if we're not eating them and they're not trapped in these places, like would overpopulation of like animals just become a thing to where you have to control the population just from them grazing,
reproducing? Oh,
or would it not matter? I mean, like, because you like every animal that we eat, you know, would virtually go unchecked. we're not going to like eradicate them just because we don't eat them. I mean, at least I don't think we would opt for that.
Well, I don't,
But-
I don't think it would be a fight for land as much as we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier. Like the entire way that we set up cities and towns and infrastructure would be completely changed if we didn't have to worry about consuming. Like,
Right.
we might require the same amount of space, but I doubt it.
Right.
I think animals and people would probably have a lot more room just to coexist. What's that, Tyler?
You
Yeah,
think? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think that animals would be like part of our like society, like live with us, like on in the streets or whatever, or in our towns? You would see more of.
Yeah, I think there would definitely be more reverence for animals and their lives. I think it would kind of be like how Turkey is with cats, or how parts of India are with cows and other animals. There's a respect and a reverence for that life.
Because they roam the streets, and like isn't it true, like if they like cross like the road, they like, what is it, they wait, no, what did they do there? I forget. There's something that they do when that cow crosses the street,
I think they pause traffic.
something like that, or it's like a good sign or good luck. I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's crazy that that's like part of their normal life over there, and we're secluding everything, like all animals. And
Oh man, dude. So even thinking about that, think about all of the species that humans literally hunted to death because we just wanted to eat them all. Like we would still have tons of animals. We would still have the dodo bird. We would still have the carrier pigeon. We would still have, well, I can't really think of another one, but I know that those two were specifically killed en masse, and at least with the carrier pigeon, eaten until they went extinct.
Right. And then all that BS about the rhino horns giving you like, what's it called? Virility.
Right.
And stuff if you consume the powder. So there wouldn't be that. There wouldn't be a need for that. So maybe would have left the rhinos alone. I don't know. People are trash who hunt.
People are
big
trash.
The big game. We don't need to be shooting any elephants and shit.
Leave them
Stop
be.
it.
Well, I think that's more for fun because I don't know a lot of hunters who like use tiger or elephant meat.
Just thinking to myself, I was like, hey, what do we have to do? You would just like basically let them roam. I mean, cattle ranches wouldn't really be a thing.
Right. There would be
You're
there would be absolutely no need to have that amount of animals in any location.
You wouldn't have you wouldn't have the dairy farms.
Right.
Pigs. I mean, like any of that. I mean, you wouldn't have it.
You
just would cease to be.
Do you guys think that if they were to open up the gates for like all animals, cows, whatnot, do you think they would roam off, or since they're so used to staying in one area for so long, do you think they would just be used to that area and safe that they're in?
Yeah, I think if we're talking like if we all woke up tomorrow and we didn't have to use one or the other function, I think that those animals would be so domesticated that they physically could not survive outside of their captivity.
Yeah.
And dairy cows and chickens specifically, I don't think would be able to survive. I think pigs would. They're adaptive and they can eat anything. They'd be all right. I think we'd see a lot of. I think our planet would be healthier as a whole.
Yeah.
Yes. Wouldn't be like mass producing a lot of factories that make food or ship food or dredging the oceans for fish. Or,
We'd still have the rainforest. A good chunk of it left.
Right.
What a shame.
I mean, a lot of pros, not very many cons.
Yeah.
I get you.
And that's why Tyler advocates for an all vegan diet for everyone who's listening. Everyone.
Yeah, I've been a little over 2 years, so it's been great so far. I have no complaints. I feel better.
You're glowing.
Thank you.
You got the
It's
vegan
kind of like
glow,
a
bro.
greenish hue.
Oh,
Yeah, now that I look at it,
Yeah. We'll have to get that checked out.
He's 5% wheatgrass.
I think we're gonna have to end this this episode because I'm not feeling too well.
Yeah, we'll have to
Damn
go
it.
take you to a doctor.
Yeah.
A meat doctor.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay. Just wrap it up. I don't know.
Wait, wrap up the meat doctor or
No, the show.
All right. Thank you, everyone that has came and listened to us tonight and to all of our podcast episodes recently. We appreciate you, everything that you do. Yeah, thank you.
And we appreciate the listens. We appreciate the likes. Yeah. Sorry, Tyler, didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good, man.
We're seeing a little bit of an uptick, which is always very much appreciated. We
very much appreciated.
It makes us feel good. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Cale, and Corey, my two brothers, like always.
You're
welcome. Always a blast with you.
Two different sides of the coin right there.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I like that. Well, Tyler, another great job.
Thank you.
Hosting duties. You crushed it.
You did, man.
Thanks, bro.
It was a hard topic, but I think you got through it.
It was, but we got through it.
definitely one of the more out of the box episodes so far. So it's just a taste of what's to come.
Knows, what's to come, right?
But yeah, who knows what we'll.
I hope it's not a direct taste of what's to come.
Oh, the food part, not the poop part.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Let's throw to socials. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
All right. If we could find you, Corey, on the socials, what would they be?
Well, if you want to find me, send me a little message on why you think I'm wrong and why you think everybody should only eat meat, which I agree with.
Damn carnivore diet.
Hit me up at Instagram. You can find me at Corey.Andre, Corey.Ondrey. Cale, if we were going to find you on social, where would we find you?
You could follow me. You could follow me and find me at Too Tall Cale. Wait, no, I did it again. It's the wrong thing. Man. I don't know. I don't even know my own socials. Find them, guys. All right, Tall Tail Cale, with an underscore in between each word on Twitter and Instagram, and bearded_giant on TikTok. And we also have our group TikTok as the Weekly Tall Talk. With no spaces on TikTok, and we're putting out little teasers,
little snippets
every week, and little snippets from the episodes, and looking to do more stuff for you on there. So look for that. What about you, Siler?
You can find me on Instagram at Teelo43. That's TEELO and the number 43.
Ooh.
And I'm
official.
also on TikTok as well. Same username. And
Here it is. We've been waiting for this.
Give it to us.
There it is.
That's what we wait for.
And occasionally, when I'm not doing this podcast, I stream on Twitch. You can find me there at Sushi Moose.
Sushi Moose.
That's sushi and moose.
You did the thing.
I know that's your guys' favorite part, isn't it?
That's what everybody waits for. They just struggle through the podcast just to get to your outro, bro.
Yeah.
Skip everything.
That's what I do.
Well, with this episode,
wait.
You got to get through it somehow.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
I'd like to thank you guys once again for tonight. Many more to come. A lot of surprises and great things in the making.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. So be looking out for
cooking
for those.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We always appreciate your time, and we will tall tale you later.
See you then.
Yes.
Take care.
This show has been brought to you by the Tall Tale Network. If you enjoy our content, please consider following us on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, where we can be found as Tall Tale Network. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you'll get an invite to our Discord server, where we will be answering questions and posting our sources from each week's episode. If you have any tall tales you want us to talk about, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com. Let's ride!